So using intermolecular forces, you can identify the solubilities. For solubility of ionic compound, you have to check the hydration energy and the lattice energy. If hydration energy is more, it will dissolve. If lattice energy is more, it will be insoluble. Then for solubility of compounds like covalent compounds or organic compounds in water. So what happened? The idea for solubility of covalent compound, as we know, like dissolve like, the statement. So what is the meaning of this statement? The meaning of this statement means if they have the same type of intermolecular forces, they can dissolve or mix. If they have different type of intermolecular force, so they cannot mix with each other. So as we take example alcohol, so alcohol means that OH group is there. The carbon chain will be there, but there is a OH group. And so there's a lone pair on oxygen, and we are checking the solubility in water. So why the alcohols are water soluble or they can dissolve in water? Because the water molecule having hydrogens, so these hydrogen can form a bond with a lone pair of, they can form a hydrogen bond with a lone pair of oxygen of alcohol. So they can have same type of forces. So when same type of forces existing between the molecule, then the substance can dissolve. But as the number of the carbon increase, the solubility of alcohol decreases. Why solubility of alcohol decreases as the number of the carbon increase? Because for the carbon chain, for this carbon chain, because it will have a symmetry, so it will have dipole induced dipole force. So as the number of the carbon increases, the dipole induced dipole forces increase. That is why the solubility will decrease. So you can see here the solubility of simple alcohols, smaller alcohols, because they can form a hydrogen bond, so they dissolve. But the longer alcohol, the hydrocarbon chain, so they are less soluble. Because of hydrocarbon chain, they need dipole induced dipole force, but they have weak hydrogen bond, which makes them less soluble. So example, if I have methanol, I have ethanol, propanol, butanol, and pentanol. Which one, when we add equal amount of these alcohols in water, which one will dissolve readily, or which one will have a greater solubility, methanol or pentanol? So methanol will have a higher or a greater solubility. So it will be more soluble or higher solubility as compared to pentanol. And that is because methanol can form hydrogen bond easily, but pentanol, as more carbon are there, it will be difficult to form a hydrogen bond with water molecule. And insoluble compounds are there. There are some organic compounds which are insoluble. Like example, hexane. Hexane means C6 because it is N, so CnH2n plus 2. So 12 plus 2, that is 14. So this is hexane. When I draw the structure of hexane, there is a carbon chain and then hydrogens are there. So CH3, CH2, CH2. So when we have a carbon chain, because the bond is uniform, like equally distributed, so they have dipole induced dipole force. So they have dipole induced dipole force, and this dipole, but in water molecule, what kind of force exists? It hydrogen bond within the water molecule. So you can see they don't have the identical or same type of force. If they don't have same type of force, the substance will not mix with each other. So if you have a container or a jar, first you add water, or first you add hexane and then add water. So what you will see, you will see two layers. The denser liquid will be at the bottom, and a rarer liquid, means with low density, will be at the top. But these two will be immiscible liquid. Why immiscible? Because they don't have the same type of intermolecular forces. So for solubility to dissolve, they should have the same type of intermolecular forces. Is it clear? So as you can see, a solubility, non-aqueous solvents, non-aqueous solvent here, like compound which have similar intermolecular forces, they will dissolve. So propanol is also a useful solvent because it has both the polar and non-polar character. Like example, C double bonded with O, CH3 and CH3. Prop because of 3 carbon, N because of single bond between the carbon, and on because of ketone, it is on, propanol. Due to the carbon chain, due to this carbon chain, it can have dipole induced dipole force. Oxygen is partial negative, carbon is partial positive, so it will have dipole dipole forces as well. So propanol, why it is useful? Because it has both polar and non-polar characteristic. So it can form London forces with non-polar substance, like example such as octane, and it has C double bonded with O, which can form a hydrogen bond, or dipole dipole forces, which can result in solubility of both type of compounds. Like it can dissolve both polar and non-polar. But for water, water cannot dissolve non-polar substances. It can only dissolve polar substances, which can form hydrogen bond. Is it clear? Some questions related to intermolecular forces. Which of the following molecule contain polar bond? Bond polar means like form between the two different atoms, but not a polar molecule. Molecule is not a polar. Bonds are polar, but overall molecule is having a symmetry, so which cancel out each other. What's the right answer for this? So CCl4. Look, in HCl only two atoms are there. Hydrogen is partial positive, chlorine partial negative. Bonds are polar, but overall molecule is also polar because there is no symmetry. But in when you check CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, so in case of carbon tetrachloride, the bonds are polar because carbon and chlorine have different electronegativity. And the molecule is also a polar. Why a molecule is non-polar? Why? Because it is a symmetrical molecule. Like if I symmetrical molecule means if I replace one atom by other, it will not make difference to the structure. Question 2. Which of the following has a dipole-dipole interaction between its molecule but no hydrogen bond? Keep in mind, hydrogen bond can form when hydrogen form a bond with oxygen, nitrogen, and fluorine. So D is the right answer. Why D is the right answer? Because first, but no hydrogen bond. So as you can see in methanol, there is OH, so there will be definitely hydrogen bond. Ammonia, there will be hydrogen bonds. So B and C cannot be an answer. What about A and D? When you, if you are saying A, carbon is forming a bond with hydrogen, it just is a symmetrical molecule. So when it is a symmetrical molecule, it cannot have dipole force. It has dipole induced dipole force. Like between the two methane molecules, they have dipole induced dipole force or London dispersion force. So they don't have dipole force, they have dipole induced dipole force. So it cannot be A. So the correct answer is D. Why D? Because in hydrogen iodide, there is no hydrogen bond, but hydrogen is partial positive and iodine is partial negative. So due to the distribution, they will have dipole forces between them. Which list shows the compound in order of increasing the boiling point? For this, you have to recall the idea. As you can see, this table, you have to recall this idea to answer a question. So what we need the increasing order. So CH4 will have dipole, induced dipole, then HCl, then HF. So this order is correct. So A is the right answer. Why not B? HF will have the highest, then CH4, so that's wrong. HCl, then HF, and then CH4. So it increases and then decreases. Then HF highest, then Cl, and then CH4. So it is decreasing. But we want increasing order. That's why A is the right answer. Which of the following has the highest boiling point, boiling temperature? Basically, two things you have to check for organic compound. You have to check the length, the number of the carbon and hydrogen atom. The one which is having greater number of carbon and hydrogen atom will have the highest. And second thing, it should be a straight chain. If it is branch, then the number of the boiling point decreases. But first thing is number of the carbon and second is the branch. So first you will check which contain the maximum number of the carbon atoms. So here we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pent means 5 carbon are there. B will have 7 carbon. C will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon. So which is having the greater number of the carbon, that will be have the highest. First thing is check the number of carbon, and maybe, for example, if two of them have the same number of the carbon atom, then check which is having the high, more like straight chain. If more branches, the boiling point will decrease. Use your knowledge of intermolecular forces, predict the compound with the highest boiling point. Which compound will have the highest boiling point? Because in water, there are 2 hydrogen bond as compared to any other. So water will have the highest boiling point. Question 6. Use your knowledge of intermolecular force, predict the compound with the highest boiling point. Now here, there is a carbon chain, that's one thing. And then there's a bond between carbon and iodine. And as we know, when we are increasing the number of the carbon atoms, the dipole induced dipole force increases. Iodobutane Iodobutane means but means 4, so C4H9 and I will be there. Chlorobutane means C4H9, Cl will be there. 2-methyl 2-iodopropane and 2-methyl 2-chloropropane. They both have the same number of carbon atoms. This will also be C4H9I and C4H9Cl. First thing, because we need the highest, so it should be a straight chain. So this shows it is these are the straight chain carbon. This shows there's a branch. So it cannot be C or D. They all have the same number of carbon atoms, but this one is a branch, so it cannot be C or D. What about A and B? If you remember the table, as we compare the bonds, like we have hydrogen fluoride higher boiling point than hydrogen chloride, and hydrogen chloride lower boiling point than hydrogen iodide. What is the reason? The compound with iodine or hydride of iodine having a higher boiling point, because it has more electrons, so it has greater number of means more electrons, so greater dipole induced dipole forces. So which one will have the higher boiling point? So A, iodobutane will have a higher boiling point than chlorobutane. Why? Because iodine contain more electrons, so it will have a higher dipole induced dipole force. Is it clear? Question 7. What is the answer? Tetrachloromethane CCl4 is. I want participation from everyone. It is not an issue. Even your answer is wrong. This is just for understanding. So even your answer is wrong, that's not an issue. This is not the test. So it is non-polar molecule with a polar bond. So C is the right answer. Methane and ethane, they have different boiling points. What is the reason for that? Yeah, B is the right answer. Why? Because for carbon chains, that bonds are non-polar and the molecules are also non-polar, and attraction increases as the number of electron in the molecule increases. Question 9. Ethanol is soluble in water or dissolved in water? Best explanation for this is, what is the reason why ethanol molecule dissolve in water? So to dissolve in water, they should have the same type of intermolecular force, or they should be able to form same type of bonds. What's the answer for question 9? A is the right answer because hydrogen bonds. It can form hydrogen bond, that's why it can dissolve. OH bond in water is polar because compared to OH, compared with a hydrogen atom and oxygen atom has. Why the bonds are polar? Basically, that's the question. Why the bonds are polar? That's right. Due to the difference in electronegativity, when two or more atoms have a difference in their electronegativity, the distribution, the bond pair distributed unequal between the two atoms, which result in making the bond polar. Which of the following compound has the highest boiling temperature? Methane, chloromethane, methanol and methanol. So the correct answer is D. Why? Because look, this will, methane will have dipole induced dipole force, DID, dead. Chloromethane will have dipole force, DD. Methanol, what is the methanol? C double bonded with O and H is there. It cannot have hydrogen, like methanol molecule cannot form hydrogen bond with, because to form a hydrogen bond, hydrogen directly attached to oxygen, nitrogen or fluorine. So it will also have dipole force because of partial negative and positive. But in methanol, it will have the major, there are, because the presence of the carbon, there are dipole induced dipole force, but the major force which contribute to the boiling point will be hydrogen bond. And hydrogen bond is stronger. That's why it will have the higher boiling point. Strongest intermolecular force in liquid ammonia are intermolecular. It, so covalent is intramolecular. Intramolecular means that is within the molecule. So it cannot be covalent. Like within the molecule, a covalent bond is there and covalent bond is stronger. But in the question, they did not ask intramolecular, they are asking intermolecular, means between the two molecules of ammonia. So which force is there between the two molecules of ammonia? Nitrogen form a bond with lone, there's a lone pair, hydrogen form a bond with nitrogen and nitrogen is having a lone pair, and that is attracted towards the hydrogen of another molecule. So they have hydrogen bond. Okay, in this question, the graph below shows the boiling temperatures of group 5 hydrides. So the first one is N, means, and what is the most likely position for ammonia? A, B, C or D? And keep in mind, like you can see here, the variation, this graph is very important. So you should go through this graph. So for question 13, what is a likely position? This is hydride of group 5. Group 5 hydride, when I show this graph, you can see the group 5. This is, the first one is ammonia, then phosphorus. These are the hydrides. So what is the trend? First going down and then up. But you can see the last one is not higher than the ammonia. Still, ammonia is higher than the last one. So what is the likely answer? The likely answer is A. B is showing a very small difference. The hydrogen bond does not make a small difference. So trend for group 1, 2, for group 5 hydrides, group 6 hydride or 7 hydride, they all have the same trend, going down and then increasing. Group 7 also going down and then increasing. Group 5 also going down, increasing. But group 4 continue to increase. Question 14. Which of the following compounds has the highest boiling temperature? Their molecular masses are given. So basically, you don't have to bother about the molecular mass. You have to check the type of intermolecular force. First thing, cyclopentane and pentane, they have dipole induced dipole forces. Butanol will have hydrogen bond. Ethane 1,2-diol also hydrogen bond. But how many hydrogen? Because 1,2-diol means there are two OH groups attached. And butanol means only one OH group is attached. So which one? Butane 1-ol means only one OH group is attached. So which one you think will have a highest boiling point? So D is the right answer because it will have two hydrogen bonds. So when you're checking different types of molecules, you should check the type of the forces exist between the between the molecule. When you're checking hydrocarbons, you will first check the chain, and then you will check like the number of the carbon present in the chain, and then check how many branches are there. Which of the molecule is polar? Carbon dioxide, ammonia, carbon tetrachloride, methane. Carbon dioxide bonds are polar, and the molecule is also polar. A molecule is non-polar because it's a linear structure, so they cancel out each other. But in ammonia, so B is the right. Carbon tetrachloride, because symmetrical molecules, identical geometry, same structure, so non-polar. And methane also the same thing. Which of the following compound has hydrogen bond in a liquid state? Basically, this is directly you can tell hydrogen bond can only form when nitrogen form a bond with hydrogen, oxygen form a bond with hydrogen, or fluorine form a bond with hydrogen. So D is the right answer. Question 17. In a molecule of hydrogen, the two hydrogen atoms are held together by two atoms of hydrogen. So because that's a non-polar covalent bond is there, because identical atoms. London force is there, but that is London force between the molecule. But they did not ask between the molecule, they're asking between the two hydrogen atoms which are present inside the molecule. But between the molecule, it will be dipole, induced dipole force, or London dispersion force. Question 18. At room temperature, iodine is solid and bromine is liquid. The best explanation for this is that what's the answer? No, bromine is having a weaker. Actually, they're asking for a molecule. They don't have, when you have a bromine molecule, it does not have permanent dipoles. Why? Because bromine molecule is Br2. So the molecules are non-polar. Iodine molecules are also non-polar. But why the iodine is solid and the bromine is liquid? Bromine has weaker, they don't have permanent dipoles. Why they don't have permanent dipole? Because the molecules are non-polar, so they have dipole induced dipole force between molecule of bromine and molecule of iodine. But why iodine is solid or having a higher boiling point? Because it has strong London forces or dipole induced dipole force or weak the van der Waals force. The reason is that Because it has more electrons. Iodine is having more electrons than. That's why, like for group 7, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, as we go down in this series, what we observe the boiling point will increase. Is it clear? The next question, consider the following compounds P, Q, R, and S. So 4 compounds are given. You can see the structure. All have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon with bromine, and 4. The boiling temperature of the compound P, Q, R, and S increase in the order. Now, first thing, because bromine, when bromine is attached, it will make dipole force, and dipole force is stronger. If we have same number of the atoms, then dipole force is stronger as compared to induced dipole forces. So for question 19, the boiling temperature of a compound P, Q, R, and S increases in the order. First thing, look, this one 4 carbon, like this all have 4 carbons, but this is having bromine, so they have dipole force. This will have induced dipole force. If equal number of the atoms are there, then induced dipole forces are weaker. Both have induced dipole force, but which one will have weaker induced dipole force? Compound Q. Why compound Q? Because it is a branched, so less surface area. This is a straight chain, so more surface area, large surface area. So first, the lowest boiling point will be Q followed by P. And then when we compare, both have dipole force, and then after dipole force, when we check, this one is a branch, this one is a straight. So this will have compound S will be there, and then R. So that's why D is the right answer. Is it clear? Why D is the right answer for this? Methanol dissolve in water mainly due to the formation of. Why the methanol dissolve in water? Due to the hydrogen bonds. So A is the, because OH can form hydrogen bond with water molecules. Hydrogen iodide has higher boiling point than hydrogen bromide. This is because, what is the reason why hydrogen iodide having a strong higher boiling point than hydrogen bromide? Hydrogen iodide bond is stronger than hydrogen bromide. That's not about the bond, and that's not true. Hydrogen iodide has stronger London force than hydrogen bromide, because hydrogen iodide contain more electrons, so greater the number of electrons, greater the induced dipole force. Butane has higher boiling point than 2-methyl propane, the branch one. What is the reason? Because straight chain having a large surface area as compared to that of branched. So what is the reason? Because of large surface area. Both have Both have the same forces because they have the same molecular formula, dipole induced dipole, and dipole induced dipole forces depends on number of electron and the surface area, because this 2-methyl propane is a branch where butane is a straight chain. So straight chain is having a large surface area. They both have the same number of electrons. When you write the molecular formula of butane and 2-methyl propane, you'll find both have the same number of electron. For question 21, hydrogen iodide, because hydrogen iodide partial positive and negative, but this will be smaller partial positive negative because weak small electronegativity. As we go down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So iodine is less electronegative than bromine. So it does not have large permanent dipole. That's wrong. So the answer, hydrogen iodide has a stronger London forces than hydrogen bromide. When there are molecules, they have electrons, they have London forces as well. So London forces are existing in all the molecule and it increases as the number of electron increase. Sodium chloride is more soluble in water than in hexane. So what is the reason for that? Like why the sodium chloride is more soluble than in hexane? Intermolecular force between the water molecule are stronger than in hexane. That's not about the comparison between the water molecule and hexane molecule cannot fit, because what happened, the energy is released when the ions in the sodium chloride are hydrated, and that energy release cause the ions to separate from each other. That's why it will dissolve. So C is the right answer for this. So these are the questions related to the MCQs, mainly related to intermolecular forces. Any question related to the class today? Any doubt or a question related to the class? So I'll end this session and share this recording with you.